As a John at National Sports Entertainment, and tonight's game, I'm not. I'm sure people aren't going to be, running home from work early to watch this game or going out of their way to watch it. I think it's two pretty boring teams, and I still think the Vikings are going to miss the playoffs. I know they made a little bit of a run, but what it is a very suspicious game. You look at the injuries. They've had Fields back for a bit, and they've looked pretty good. At least they're hanging in games, as you can see. And Vikings, a nice little streak, barely lost to the Broncos. To me, nothing would suggest that the Vikings should only be laying 3 here. So, I absolutely love the Bears to win this game outright. I think people are going to probably hammer both the spread and the money line. So I definitely think the Bears are going to cover. But I like them to win outright as well. As you can see, it's 135 plus 135, so that's always nice. It is going to be a leg 3 for 4 units, and basically it'll determine if we have a green week or a red week, because we hit our Chiefs over leg 3. We missed our last night's leg 3 we had the Chargers winning, and then we missed the Steelers over on a leg 3. So this would even up the leg 3s, and we hit more leg 2s than we missed, which is 2 units. Leg 3s, 4 units, just in case you didn't know. So, yeah, with the 135 odds here, this would put us in the green, I think, by like 3 or 4 units. I'd have to check. But I do like the Bears to win this game, and for a few reasons. The first reason is I really don't think... I know they're getting the Panthers pick, but I have a feeling they're going to get a couple wins too. I don't see the Bears getting the first pick. They even had some articles showing 3 reasons that they would get rid of Fields and 3 reasons that they wouldn't. And the fact that they even have that article up tells me they're not getting rid of Fields. Like, somebody like Mac Jones, he got replaced, so it's hard to use him as an example, but even if it was, say, Baker or somebody that's a little more proven than Fields, you wouldn't see or Minshew, let's say Minshew. Now, again, he's a backup, but just any average quarterback, below average quarterback, you can even say bad. I wouldn't call Fields bad. I think he's doing all right, but they wouldn't even say, will they get rid of this? Are they going to, 3 reasons they will, 3 reasons they will. It would just say, okay, they're going to get Caleb. It wouldn't even be questioned. But obviously they have enough respect for Fields, on his name at least, that they're having the debate. So that makes me think that they're not just going to get Caleb. And again, it's literally what Caleb's dad was talking about. So they're talking about a perfect example of real or fake. Whether it's real or fake, it makes perfect sense. He said, I don't want my son going to a shitty team. So that's why I don't have certain teams finishing with horrible records. The Bears, the Panthers. To me, the Patriots make way more sense than the Bears or the Panthers. So I think the Bears are going to get a couple more wins. The Cardinals, I feel the same way about. I think, again, I just think it's going to be the Patriots that finish with that worst record. I think that would be very fitting. They get Caleb, obviously, as Belichick's probably on the way out. He'd probably get a year with him, and it would be a very interesting dynamic. And the Patriots haven't been interested since they had Tom Brady, so I think that's what's going to happen. Now, this game tonight, part of me wanted to take the Vikings because I know that ESPN, ABC, Disney is a very petty, salty company. They do not like WWE. They will advertise them and things of that nature, but WWE's always been mainstream without having to adhere to the same guidelines as every other subsidiary of Disney. Disney really wanted to buy WWE, and Vince merged with UFC's parent company Endeavor for a lower price, but basically I think it was politically driven. If you think about it, WWE and UFC are both like the only 2 sports that support Trump, and I don't think it's a coincidence that McMahon went with Endeavor when he could have sold to Amazon, he could have sold to Disney, again, all heavy anti-Trump companies. He went with Endeavor and UFC. So I think you could just see the politics if you really look at some of the decisions made. And again, he even said, like, Disney offered me more, Amazon offered me more, NBC offered me more, but I trust Ari, the CEO of Endeavor. Not to get too far off topic, but my point is, these people are very salty. If you don't believe me, I'll tell you a little story about the Nuggets Lakers. Nuggets played the Lakers. It was in the Staples Center, and it might have been in Denver, but I want to say it was the Staples Center. But wherever it was, Vince McMahon had already acquired the rights to book that venue for his WWE SmackDown event. What happened was they told him at the last minute, yeah, the NBA gets priority, and we never had like an official contract, so you're gonna have to find another venue. Now McMahon, this wasn't a problem for him, but he was not happy being, it was, this I guess the second in line to the NBA, treating him, getting a bit more respect than him. So that night he had a 5-on-5 battle royal match where the Lakers, I believe it was, just completely clubbed the Nuggets. Like the members of the Lakers were like John Cena, Randy Orton, and they were wearing Lakers jerseys, and they beat the shit out of the guys wearing Nuggets jerseys. Later that night, the Lakers did go on to pummel the Nuggets, so maybe they knew something. My point is, with venue booking, they are very competitive. There's a reason WrestleMania tails a lot of the Super Bowls. Last couple of years they've been doing it. So, in the NFC AFC Championships, they'll be in town. The reason I bring this all up is CM Punk just returned. I would not be surprised if, to shun the Bears fans, they just had them get beat down on Monday night because of the record amount of people that tuned in and went to Allstate to watch CM Punk, and the amount of people that are going to be literally watching him over their team tonight. Like if you compare ratings, they are competing with each other, and he's on Raw tonight, and the Bears are playing. So they don't want people. I don't think they're going to be happy that Bears fans and people in general are watching CM Punk over the Chicago team. Now I could be wrong. Maybe I'm going too deep into the Easter egg, with the Easter egg rabbit hole. But that's why I decided not to go with that theory. That theory was obvious. If they're going to punish people that are supporting Punk from Chicago, they'd have the Bears win. But I don't think, again, the pettiness is going to be enough to overcome the greed. And there's just no chance that there's going to be more people on the Bears this game. So, it sounds like a appealing reason to take both teams, but I'm going to stick with the metrics and the spreads here, that there's going to be way more people in Minnesota. So I still love Chicago to win this game. But I was thinking about that pettiness, about, Punk returning is a huge deal. I don't think people realize. And if he's getting as many eyes as their entire football team, just not great state of the NFL. But that all being said, maybe they want Chicago to be really hyped. So Punk just returned, and now they want they're going to get a win to boot. So you never know. Like I said, I've just seen pettiness between the WWE and the NFL/NBA before. So I thought I'd bring up that story. You can do what you want with it. But my official pick is going to be the Bears win this game, leg 3 for 4 units. Don't think the Vikings are making the playoffs. Don't think the Bears are going to have the worst record in the NFC at all, or in the NFC. I think they're going to be a little better than last year, which will be enough reason to keep Fields. So, like I said, I wanted to wait because just like yesterday, I feel like sometimes the lines just make no sense. But with the Ravens winning last night, I really don't think they're going to pay out the public 2 obvious games in a row. They rarely do that on prime time. There's a couple times where a certain week you'll see a lot of favorites winning, but it's really rare that you see 2-3 primetime traps in a row and then they all go in favor of the public. It's just not too often you see that. So yeah, I like the Bears, like I said, for a leg 3 for 4 units. So take care and happy earnings.